Who's ready to rock the UFO videos tonight? Third Phase Moon is. Buckle up, roll it. Broad daylight sighting, a metallic disc-shaped object in the sky. We're going to get a close look at it. Guys, let me know your thoughts. We're not seeing any manipulation. This is clear video. People are going to the military videos for the backup of UFOs, ET, if they exist. Well, right now, we're sharing it with you. Crystal clear footage of something in the sky that can't be explained. Guys, I want to get your thoughts in this live premiere right now as we look at the evidence coming in from around the world. And right now, we don't have an explanation for you right now as to what this could be. Again, even closer analysis of the video. You can see it behind the pole, and we're not seeing any manipulation. We see some nodules on top of this disc-shaped, acorn-shaped UFO. Brent, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, there you go. We just zoomed in even closer. Blake, I don't see a gondola on this. This thing's definitely hovering. Now, again, the big question is, what is this? I do notice those nodules on top. They're like silver balls, maybe about I count 6 of them. And then you see the classic saucer-shaped feature right here. It's a classic. What we're looking at, again, it's unidentified. Some people might say this just could be a hot air balloon. That's a possibility. We don't know what this is, but in this region, South America, they do create exotic balloons that mimic all sorts of shapes. Could this be one of them, Blake?
You know, it's hard to tell, but to fly this, if this were some kind of balloon event, they should give some kind of warnings. We're looking into it, see if we could get this exact location, nail down the date to see if there's any kind of festivities, a festival during this day. But right now, I'm estimating this thing to be at least maybe 20 feet by 20 feet in its shape. It's pretty big. And again, we're not seeing any indicators of propulsion. Broad daylight sighting, it doesn't get much better than this, Brian. I'm digging this.
Yeah, these are the ones we're looking for, the real deal, not these kind of unexplained stuff that we're seeing out of the military. They really don't offer any detail. These things that we offer you, the UFO sightings, are prevalent and real. We just don't know what it is. Take a look at this next video that just came out of Sao Paulo.
Once again, more footage in broad daylight. People are looking up in the sky and they're not hiding anymore. Sao Paulo is a hotspot for UFOs, and right now we've got one, and I'm having a hard time once again to tell you what this is, except it's a UFO. It's unidentified. We don't know where it's from. We don't know if it's under human control or something otherworldly, or maybe one of ours, but some people might even speculate this is some kind of kite in the sky, but I'm not seeing any wavering of like what you would assume a kite would be to keep it lifted. This thing is quite interesting. We see this shimmering lights upon its appendages upon the bottom, but again, I'm having a hard time to make out what kind of craft this could be. It's definitely unconventional. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm seeing in the comments, people are saying this looks like the Dark Knight, the Black Knight, excuse me. Its black sheen is very curious. It almost looks organic. It's very strange. This thing's large too. It's almost 2 stories when you compared it to the size of that building to the left. Rather interesting. This is a broad daylight, in your face UFO. If anybody was in the Sao Paulo area and has captured this, send it right here to Third Phase just to match up what this is. It's hard telling. This could be man-made. It could be a balloon. But then again, this is odd and it's unidentified. We just don't know what it is.
Give us a big thumbs up for the crystal clear UFO footage brought to you right here at Third Phase Moon from people like you from around the world. Let's take a look at this once again. Let's roll it. The original shot, no enhancements. This is it right now. And we're looking at it. You can see it ascend ever so slightly, but then it just kind of just stops in place. And again, I'm gonna have to roll out a kite or a drone. I'm not seeing any indicators of propulsion here, and if it were a kite, I would imagine it'd be wavering left to right. This is pretty stationary, and it's a mystery, and that's why we're sharing it with you. I like the way he pans out, and we can see the 3 buildings to the lower left there, giving size and comparison. This thing's at least, like you say, Brent, 2 stories, maybe 20 feet, 22 feet in length here. Guys, what's your thoughts? Now, again, we've got a lot of UFO videos just into Third Phase of Moon, so let's just roll the next one right here.
A ver, téngale ahí dónde está. Ahí está. Hágale zoom. Ahí, muévale.
2 hikers try to put their iPhone right on top of their telescope and zoom in to this anomaly up on the hillside. Watch this.
Tócalo en la pantalla. Ahí está.
No, no escarpa.
Y...
¿Qué es?
A metallic disc hovering right there on top of the hillside off at a distance. These hikers managed to capture it on their, I guess, there it is. They got the telescope. It's kind of bolted down. This must be some kind of sightseeing area where you kind of put the quarters in to use these telescopes. They're using it properly, putting their iPhone into the eyepiece and trying to get a closer look of what's going on top of this hillside. Again, we can't confirm or deny if this object is still there at this moment, but right now as we're getting this footage, and it seems that we're getting a good clear look at it, it seems to be hovering there with nothing underneath this. I could be wrong. Could this be some kind of water tank, Brent?
Yeah, hard telling. It doesn't look like a water tank. It looks like it's just perched, kind of parked there on top of the hillside. Man, these guys did a really good job thinking out of the box to really get this close up. And it took little effort, but when they got this thing in focus, wow, it looks like, again, your classic flying disc, a sports model, you could say. This is good stuff. Third Phase of Moon appreciates you all joining us, looking at this all together, kind of making up our own mind and coming up with suggestions. That's what it's all about. And again, this is just good stuff that's come in the past couple days. And man, this is just, it's wild what happens around the world. And we get UFOs like this. If this is real, if this is something otherworldly, then this is smoking gun.
Again, these broad daylight sightings, it's incredible comparatively to what the major news media is sharing with you. And this small little channel known as Third Phase of Moon getting the information out to the world. Now let's get to the next video right now. An amateur astronomer captures something extraordinary over the surface of the moon. We're looking at it, and guys, I want to get your opinions. What is this some kind of worm-shaped object? If this is indeed just over the surface of the moon, this thing is tens of miles in distance. Is this some kind of biological life form, as some people might speculate, or a speck on the lens? I'm doubting that this is some kind of a camera anomaly. What we're looking at is something either high in the stratosphere, if not the memosphere, or above the lunar surface. I'm having a hard time making out some clarity, but it does have this kind of worm shape to it. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Could it be maybe a crater on the left side of the moon, and it's the sun's just reflecting off the crater's surface? That's a possibility, but I don't see any of that anomalies on this whole side of the picture, the left side of the moon. This is the only concentrated area where this anomaly appears. It almost seems to actually float and move away from the moon, which is very curious. This is a good sighting. Again, here's a still. Look at it, almost again looks organic. It doesn't look conventional like it's one of ours. It's just too weird. The shape is not dynamic. This is a curious UFO.
Guys, I want to get your thoughts as we're doing this live premiere in regards to all the UFO videos that you're seeing tonight. And we also like to delve into the strange weather. Have you noticed in your proximity to where you're living that the weather's been different over the past, few years, unlike it has been in the past of your lifetime? Things are getting crazy. Guys, take a look at this video. It's just come in. I've never seen anything quite like it. Boom. Massive amounts of hell falling from the sky. And let me tell you, if you were out there, this could cause serious bodily injury, if not a fatality, if you were struck in the head. This is incredible Mother Nature at its in its glory. But what's causing it? I again haven't seen anything quite like this. These are bigger than baseball-sized hell falling out of the sky.
Yeah, if you went out there, you'd get clobbered. I'm wondering, again, Blake, this is happening. I've been seeing some recent storm chasers that are going after twisters, and they've been catching a lot of hell. But right now, what we're looking at is extreme. Again, yeah, definitely the size of baseballs just clobbering that home over there. These guys are going to probably need to fix their roof after all this, the whole town. I'm really feeling sorry for the cars that are out there sustaining this damage. But man, this is incredible weather phenomenon at its best for hell.
Absolutely, Brent. We just wanted to share some of the weather phenomenon as well. We have a lot of them coming in, so it's just a little sneak peek on what we have in the archive, and we'll be covering the weather phenomenon. But you guys are here for the UFO sighting, so give us a big thumbs up, and let's get to the next one right now. Take a look at this. Again, more broad daylight sightings into third phase. Guys, what's your thoughts? I'm looking at it, and it looks like some kind of radial saw blade that you'd see in a hardware store. But what the heck is it doing up in the sky? That's the question. We could see it moving clockwise in its rotation, but it's not undulating like a balloon would. This seems very stable once again, but in a slow rotation, and it's very bizarre. We see some kind of centerpiece. Is that some kind of sheen from the sun glowing on it, or is this some kind of the propulsion In regards to what's making it hang up there in the sky, again, no CGI here. We're not bringing you the CGI videos. We're bringing you eyewitness video testimony, video evidence from around the world. That's what we do right here at Third Phase. Guys, give us a big thumbs up and give us your comments right now. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, Blake, this one's pretty wild. You see the serrated edges on this, whatever it is, what's keeping it up in the sky, I have no idea, but this is a real deal, and it's really cool when people submit videos like this that we could all go over. Now, here's a good close-up again of this. Yeah, look how that thing's rotating, Blake. It's not like bobbing or undulating like balloons usually just kind of, drift and do these awkward motions. This thing seems to have a purpose in its spinning rotation right there. And the serrated edges, they look pretty sharp. If this thing's metallic, Blake, what's keeping this up in the sky?
I have no idea. That's why we're here. Maybe we should give this to the UAP Aero office, and maybe they could give us some answers. Not, they're not going to give us anything, and what we're hearing from them and their testimony and evidence is so lackluster. Guys, tell your friends Third Phase of Moon sharing the top UFO videos from around the world, and we're just giving you our opinions. We don't have the answers here. We're just giving you our thought process on what we're looking at. We receive so many videos on a daily basis, and I'm glad we're back sharing them with you. We've been pretty busy at Third Phase of Moon, but guys, again, this one is a peculiar one. We're looking at it once again in a close-up enhanced version of the video, and you can see some kind of like little portal on the bottom underside of this thing. It's jagged. It seems quite, I don't know, it has a scary feature to it is all I'm saying. It's a little intimidating. But guys, again, what's your thoughts? We've had a lot of UFO sightings in this episode, and I know people have been saying, bring us the UFO videos, bring us the UFO videos. I'm hoping you're enjoying tonight's episode, us bringing you the footage, and a lot of it crystal clear, broad daylight. It really doesn't get much better than that. So if you've captured anything amazing, don't hesitate. Upload that video to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever your preface is, but make sure you link that to my email and share it with us so we could share it to the world. Everybody, be safe out there, and you could unbuckle now because it was a wild ride, but don't forget UFO Endgame to Disclosure. It's out right now worldwide on all streaming services. It's #1 on iTunes, Amazon. See ya next time.
We do expect to be able to...
When everything else fails and they got nothing else, they're going to have to go to fake alien invasion.
It's a mind-blowing situation. For the public, it's like, oh, a conspiracy theory, it's entertaining. But if you're actually in a responsible position and you find out that there's a whole secret government program that you don't know about, it's a shock.
This report comes from a shadowy Pentagon department that was shut down in 2012. The
disclosure movement has been hijacked by people parroting the narrative and the script being written by these black projects. I would say 90+% of everything that's going to come out is false.
There's going to be no more of these near misses.
The most widely seen UFO right now is not alien, it's actually ours.
It's a great cover story for all kinds of criminal activities. Blame it on the aliens, right?
If we are being visited by interdimensional beings, we should know about it.
This has the big disadvantage of the truth being much more unbelievable than the fiction.
It's the crash retrievals that are the Rosetta Stone for solving the UFO cover-up.
This is Operation Failsafe.
The implications of this is the difference between extinction level civilization versus one that's going to take off to the stars.
Oh, what the hell?